Okay, here we are with another modern matchup, playing Merfolk once again. Excuse me. This time we're playing against blue, white, red control, I believe. This is our opener: double Coast Catcher, Silver Adept, and a Lord of Atlantis. 3 islands, which can't argue with too much. Seems like a decent hand. I'll lead off with Scalding Tarn, play the Coast Catcher. Cracks. Let's get a Steam Vents, drops an Arid Mesa. Going to play out our Silver Adept. We could play out one of the Lords, but I think this is a better way to put pressure on our opponent while protecting our guys. So, getting for 1 here, got opponent down to 18. Then crack his fetch. Blood Fountain. So fairly sure he's on blue, white, red control at this point. We have a Lord of Atlantis, another Curse Catcher. Probably should have done that the other way around, as could have potentially countered the path. Well, actually, it wouldn't matter either way. It seems as though he could pay the 2, so a lot different, I guess. So going for 3 here. Pass. Not using Electrolyze. I sack the Coast Catcher to make him counter it, and fails to tap his land. So managed to keep one of our Coast Catchers that we shouldn't really had. So misclick on his part. Which certainly is advantageous to us, as we can actually attack for 7 here. That turn back to our opponent, and he concedes. Yeah, the misclick is kind of significant here, but I think we're still in pretty good shape, and I just went all in on that time. Might have played a little bit more conservative if the Curse Catcher hadn't lived, but there you go. On to game 2. So, hand's okay, I guess. Coast Catcher, Spell Pierce, Mana Leak, and Master. Not too bad. We'll lead off with an island. We can run out the Curse Catcher. Play the Sulphur Falls. I decided to play out the Master here, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to be aggressive, but can't really do a whole lot if these guys die, and although I was in a great position if we get to untap, sadly we don't, as he has a Pyroclasm and he can pay for the Curse Catcher. So yeah, wasn't really expecting Pyroclasm, and ended up blowing us out, and we pretty much lose the game from here because just not a whole lot to do. Let's stick a lot of Atlantis, he spell snares. Figure I might as well get into a counter war over it, but it's not going to really be significant because you can get 2 for 1 by double spell piercing a spell snare. Using Electrolyze, and I think I give up soon after. It's just yeah, too much of a blowout, losing that Pyroclasm. Could have played around it really, I guess, but tried the aggressive approach, didn't work out for me this time. So, on to game 3. This is our opener this time. Got Kira, which I brought in from the sideboard, just to protect our creatures, spot removal, so seems like a good card. Spell Pierce, Merfolk, double Spreading Seas. I didn't know whether to keep this, seems though it's really not the most aggressive or fast of starts, but I think his Spreading Seas might be quite annoying for him. We've got a Spell Pierce that could disrupt him in the early game. Kira's pretty good, I think, if we can stick it. And yeah, I'm reasonably happy with it, keeping this, but you can see mulligan it as well. So he leads with the Colonnade, which is a really nice target for our Spreading Seas. It means it'll be less of a problem later. Then plays that Steam Vents. Decided to go for the Spreading Seas on it. I mean, there are better lands for Spreading Seas, but at least this way we're kind of messing with his mana. Draws Curse Catcher off that, so I'm just going to run that out. Seems pretty nice. Here he plays a Scalding Tarn, which means he can presumably find a Sacred Foundry, which would solve all his land issues. Second down to 17. I'm going to try and play Kira out here with Spellpierce backup. Seems reasonably good chance of getting it to work. So uses the Electrolyze to avoid it being countered by Kira, but I'm still going to be able to counter it by sacking the Curse Catcher, so he misses out on drawing a card there, and gets to land the Kira. Could play the Aval as well there, but I wanted to protect my Kira from anything potentially damaging. Could have attacked there, I was going to do initially, but then I thought maybe he has Restoration Angel, which would kill off the Kira, and that would be pretty bad for us, so I decided to hold back here. I don't know if my opponent had the read on this, because I think he just forgets about it. I don't think he does have Restoration Angel. Maybe he just doesn't run it at all if he's running any list like the Ben Stark list from the World Championships, which was really enjoyable. Really enjoyed watching that. If you haven't seen it, you should really check out the at least the finals. The finals was very good fun. So fight over the Silver Gill Adept. We managed to get through and knock him down to 13. I don't know if it was worth using my counters there, but I really want. Mutavault is actually really great here, seeing as though it's just, even if he does manage to wipe my board, at least I've got a source of damage, and with the Mirror Rejury it's going to be slightly bigger. We're taking our Vial here now, which is really good. Abundance has to tap all our creatures with Cryptic Command, which seems a bit really presenting 4 damage. So anyway, I played this little trick, which is quite good. He obviously did that. So in response, with him being tapped out, I can actually just activate my Mutavault for ending the step. So if you put a stop on your beginning of combat, I can activate the Mutavault and get in for 2 here pretty freely, considering he was pretty upset about taking 4. I don't think he'd be too happy with he's taking 2 damage there. So the plan here is probably Adept, Vial in the Adept at end of turn, draw a card, and then probably take up the Vial next turn, so then we can start dropping in Rejuries, or Rejuries. I'm not really sure how this is. Not really sure what it means. Show measurements there. So he uses an Electrolyze and the Helix to kill off Kira, which I'm fine with. He's also tapped out now, which seems pretty good for us. 14, so we can probably deal quite a lot of damage next turn. So drop the Silver Gill Adept, draw a card, and that's the Mutavault. Draw the Coral Helm, which is kind of annoying after we've ticked up a Vial to 3, but decide to hardcast the Rejury, activate the Mutavault. 9 here. I could have dropped the other Rejury as well, but I think we're happy enough doing this. I don't want to get blown out by any sort of mass removal. To actually have the mana to cast this. Well, he's only 1 planes away, so yeah. I figured this is good enough, and with double Mutavault, we're not too scared about removal, I guess. Especially now we've gotten down to 5. So we've got lethal here on the board, so he's got to do something, and he's going to Cryptic tap draw down all my creatures, which is absolutely fine by me, as I'm going to do the same trick that I did last time. Activate both my Mutavaults. Both 3/3s, thanks to being all creature types. Rejury gives them the pumps, so both 3/3s. We'll be able to attack the 6 here. He's got the bolt, but get to stick the Rejury into play. didn't wait to see it, but yeah, we got him there, and yeah, pretty good matchup, quite a lot of fun, and Merfolk did a lot of work there, which was pretty cool. All in all, a pretty good match.